Do you remember you were trying to break down the door to the bathroom? Oh, yeah. I had to lock myself in the bathroom. I have literally become a different person in the last 8-9 months. I always knew it's not who I am. I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
Say you think about me because I'm starting to doubt we will find a way back to each other when you're on the other side of the world. I'm here and
oh my gosh. Okay, so last night I decided to self-tan and I kind of just went like boom, 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 and then just stopped right there. So you can, oh, this was not the shirt to wear today, but as you guys know, I'm working with a limited wardrobe as Zach and I continue to live with our parents and search for our dream home. So we're just gonna pretend that's not there and maybe I can put some bronzer. I don't even know. Anyway, good morning, guys. This morning, gosh, I woke up at 4 o'clock, the same thing I've been doing for about the past week or two. I just have not been able to sleep. And at first I was blaming it on medication I was on that causes insomnia, but I'm no longer on that medicine and I fell asleep fine. But I've just been wide awake at 4 and I was excited about, okay, like I'm up, let me just go to the 6 a.m. workout. Went downstairs and then I realized Zach's car was like parked in, like his mom's car was parked in front of it with the driveway situation. So I obviously didn't want to like create a ruckus. So I kind of just like went back to bed and continued reading my book. I just started Benjamin Hall's book, which so far is amazing. He is a journalist who, if you guys remember, was critically injured while reporting on the Russian invasion of Ukraine last year, and his photographer unfortunately died. He was killed in, I think it was like a bomb. I mean, I'm still reading everything, but I mean, it's insane. And war correspondents, I will never understand. They're like a different breed, just the bravery. And I mean, he was actually talking about the fact in the beginning, he admitted, I respect this so much. I always respect when people just like admit things that you don't have to admit. When he first started going overseas to different war zones, he said it was just totally selfish. He liked it. He liked the adrenaline rush. He wanted to be there for him, not necessarily for like a greater purpose. And I just, kudos to him for admitting that. I just feel like a lot of people don't necessarily do that. So I have been loving that book. And then meanwhile, I dropped Zach off at work today so that I have the car. We're still a 1-car household. And I'm excited because I'm going to be visiting Neal, which you guys know my brother lives. It's just inconvenient enough for me to never do it. He lives about 50 minutes from Dayton. He's in Cincinnati. So I just haven't been seeing him too often, but I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna cook us lunch. We're gonna have a nice little afternoon together. And it's funny because I'm excited to move back to Cincinnati. I'll be able to see Neal more. I feel like we didn't even see each other that much when we both lived in Cincy. Like he would come over about, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, like Friday night, and we'd all just hang. But I feel like just with my schedule, I was just such a different person. I have literally become a different person in the last 8-9 months, however many months it's been. I cannot emphasize that enough. Like I used to, in my old life, say no to truly 60% of the plans like that people ask me to do. Like you guys remember, I think in one vlog I talked about, I called it phonesy, how people have FOMO, fear of missing out. I had fear of not staying in. And I knew in my heart of hearts, that's not necessarily who I am. Like, I think in some ways I'm a homebody. Like, I love just like a cozy night in, but I really love going out with people. I love hanging out with people. I love conversation. I love talking. And I just feel like the last 5 years, all of that has been clouded. And the thing is, I always knew this wasn't who it's not who I am. And I told that to Zach. I'm like, you've only ever known me as a reporter who wakes up at 2 a.m. I promise I'm a lot more fun. Like, I knew it. And I was right, because now that I don't have that stress and the crazy hours, I literally, in however long it's been, the past 8, however many months, I have not said no to plans just for no reason. Like obviously someone might ask me to do something and I'm busy, but I have not said no just because I'm feeling lazy. Like there's always a legitimate reason. And that was not the case when I was reporting. Like I seriously, even because Friday I basically always stayed in. Saturday, I always told myself like, you have to go out. I would be praying the plans got canceled or maybe Zach was gonna change his mind. Like That's all I wanted. Sunday, oh my gosh, God forbid someone asked me to hang out. Like, or even when I saw Zach hanging out on, I don't know, something like a football game or something like that, in my head, I'm like, is he insane? Like, how can he be hanging out with people on a Sunday? Like, how is he not sitting in our living room and freaking out about work tomorrow? Because that's seriously what I would do. Like, couldn't hang out with people on Sunday because I just had to marinate in my sadness all Sunday. All that to say, I feel like a different person, and I feel like when Zach and I move back to Cincy, I'll be like more, I don't know, social. Like, I'll just be like a different human, and I'm very excited for it. Hi, Timmy. How are you doing? What? Clearly, I made it to Neal's place, and I'm just now noticing the bronzer I put on my chest was definitely not enough. We're gonna pretend like that's not happening. And oh my gosh, by the way, my friend Kristen, you guys know from Local 12, just sent me a picture of her baby. She just gave birth yesterday. I told her this, I have never seen such a beautiful baby in my life. Like, normally newborns, like when they just come out, like I'm not trying to be weird, but like they're not, in my opinion, like the cutest. I'm just not that much of a baby person. No, her baby Claire, I've just never laid my eyes on such a cute baby girl in my life, and she posted this to Facebook, so that's why I feel okay posting this on here. I've actually never shown Neal's basement, but this is the big reveal. Oh wow, turning on the ambiance down here. Not gonna lie, one of the big reasons I decided to come over Neal's place today was so that I could cook us a little lunch, and if you know anything about me, you know I normally don't cook for people. I'm just not that creative in the kitchen. It's hard for me to come up with meals. It's not my thing, as Neal walks by. But I recently discovered Hungry Root, and I am so excited to be working with them on this video, which, if you've never heard of Hungry Root, it is a personalized, tech-enabled grocery service where you tell them a little about yourself, and then you get groceries delivered straight to your door every week, along with recipes to make meals. And when my box arrived just a few days ago at the beginning of this week, I couldn't believe, first of all, how much stuff there was. I mean, there are so many groceries in there, and there are groceries that will last me beyond just one meal, which is super neat. How it works is when you first sign up for Hungry Root, you'll take a quiz, and you'll let them know, first of all, what are your dietary restrictions. For example, you guys know I'm allergic to tree nuts, I don't eat dairy, I'm lactose intolerant. And then you also tell them various preferences. For example, do you like chicken? Do you only like steak? Are you trying to lose weight, eat healthy, discover new recipes? I mean, there are so many options to choose from. And when I finished that quiz, I could not believe the recipes that Hungry Root picked out for me. Like, they were the most Clancy meals you could ever imagine, and I've been cooking them throughout the week. Actually, a couple of them I featured in my last vlog, like literally to a T. For me personally, I picked out 5 meals for 2 people, like 2 serving sizes. There was only one that I decided to edit and replace with something else, which you have full access to do that. If Hungry Root picks you out 5 meals, you could swap them for 5 new ones. I will tell you though, based on what you fill out, you probably aren't gonna wanna swap them. They come up with such good recipes, and it's just so easy. And by the way, they have over 2,000 recipes to discover. So today, I called up Neal, I asked him what he was in the mood for. Neal's a salmon guy, and we are gonna be making salmon and asparagus, and I'm really interested because this recipe calls for honey and lemon, came with both of them. I've never had this on salmon and asparagus before, so I'm very interested to see how this will turn out. And if it's as simple as the last couple of meals I made, we should be in business. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. And if you know anything about me, you know this is the exact type of food I like to eat. So if you guys wanna give Hungry Root a try, which your recipes, your groceries could look totally different than mine, and maybe it's 1 serving, maybe you have a 4-family household, 6, like you can totally customize this. And I do have a special discount. The first 100 people who use the code Clancy40 will get 40% off your first grocery order with Hungry Root. So once again, that's the first 100 people who use the code Clancy40, 40% off. So in exchange for me cooking Neal a delicious lunch, we're gonna get him for like a 5-minute sit down.
5 minutes.
Yeah. No, 5 minutes is too much. In my head, I was lowballing it. This is gonna be a great sit down. Okay, I either wanted to do like a little Q&A with Neal, or what I think we're gonna do, Neal and I actually did the sibling tag back in the day. It was going around YouTube. It's privated on my channel because I don't know what you said, Neal, but you said inappropriate things where Mom made me private the video. Like Mom actually after the fact messaged me. I mean, we're not gonna repeat whatever horrible things you said. I don't know what it was, but that was before I even started like beeping out Neal's curse words on my channel. I was just so young, I didn't realize the nature of Neal and how that would go on YouTube, but I thought it'd be funny to do like the sibling tag and then like show our answers 10 years ago. I think we filmed it over 10 years ago, and let's see how much we've changed. Alright, so I haven't even watched the sibling tag in years. This is gonna be very frightening for me, but are you ready to get started?
I'm already like, oh, I can't do this.
I love like making like him feel awkward because like what is he supposed to say? Yeah, Clancy!
Yeah, you set me up for it.
I
set me
know.
up for it.
I love setting you up for that type of stuff.
Hey girls, it's Clancy, and today I have with me my brother Neal.
Hey.
And today we're going to be doing this sibling tag because he's been asking me to do it for like literally like 3 months.
Oh my god. This isn't my idea.
Yeah, I know. Basically getting him to do this was literally like, it was quite a job. But finally, the good old pal decided to do it. Okay, do you want to say anything, an introduction, who you are, what you do?
Not really.
Nope.
Not really.
Funniest memory.
So right before we did this, we were thinking about a funny memory. We were debating whether or not this memory would be too weird or not to tell.
When Neal and I were younger, maybe he was like, I don't know, 10, I was 7. We were sitting in my mom's car and she ran into the store to get something and she left us in the car and she left the door unlocked, which goes to show how much our mom cared about us and our well-being. A random woman gets in the car. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, a random woman gets in the car, goes to put her keys in. Meanwhile, Neal and I, if there's one thing you should know about us, we were the shyest kids ever. We were too shy to scream, to try to escape. We were very polite too. Like I was just like, we were just silent. We were just like, well, this is happening. We both looked at each other like.
Yeah, I think she just looked back, like she realized on her own that we
Yes,
were there.
we didn't make a peep, and then all of a sudden the key wasn't, it was back before it was like push start for cars, the key wasn't going in. She looks up in the rearview mirror and makes eye contact with me, and didn't say, she must have just been so like in shock and like scared of what this looked like. She didn't say a word to us, right? Like she just left.
Oh no, she said like, oh, like she like said something.
Oh, like my bad.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think she was pretty shocked. But I cannot believe we didn't, like, what the heck? We were like the easiest targets to steal. We'll make it easy on you. We won't say anything. The next one, memorable arguments.
The iPod thing.
Oh, I wonder if we talked about this in the sibling tag. I took his iPod to school.
Did. So I just finished senior year of high school, and my sister was Clancy was still in school.
Yeah, why do you always say my sister? Like,
That's like your name. And I went to look for my iPod while she was in school and it was gone. So, I don't really remember. Did I start freaking out before you came home?
he was ballistic, screaming, cursing. I had to lock myself in the bathroom as he's trying to beat down the bathroom. I'll never forget, it was so scary, and I literally thought the bathroom door was just gonna all fall down. Like, literally. And he took apart my whole entire room. I will insert the picture here. As you all know, I published a book. He just ripped apart the only copy I had like left. Just ripped it all apart.
No, I ripped up like 9 of them. All your copies.
Yeah, that was it. I had no copies left.
But do you remember you were trying to break down the door to the bathroom?
yeah.
I had to lock myself in the bathroom because my life was at risk. We got into so many fights and arguments as kids.
Yeah, but that was the worst.
That was the worst. They normally didn't get that crazy, and we always made up like right away.
We definitely would have talked about you pulling a knife out.
Okay, but I pulled a knife out to be funny. Like, to be
Yeah, I
clear,
guess.
like, I was trying to be, like, funny. We got into a fight, and then, like, I pulled a knife out. That is not good. That is not recommended. But I was just trying to be, like, funny. Do you argue now? Last argument you had.
No, I don't think we argue now.
Right.
Because we don't see each other.
Yeah.
I'd say if you still lived in this house, yeah, we
Yeah,
would
probably.
argue.
No, I can't remember. I can't even imagine us arguing
No,
now.
no.
I don't even know when the last argument we would have had.
No, I mean, you like bitch at me, but I just ignore it.
Well, yeah, like,
That's about it.
I'll tell you when you need to get whipped into shape. I'll always share my opinions. But no, we don't argue. Like, literally not since I was in high school. What was the last text you sent to each other? It would have been about me coming here. Do you have cooking spray? Nope, it expired, turns out. So I had to bring Zach's parents' cooking spray here.
We don't text. But we just became Snapchat friends.
What's that face for? Jesus Christ.
Are you close?
Right now.
Wow, way to avoid the question. No, we're not really close.
Nope.
We are like very alike. Like you're like the boy version of me. I think I'm the girl version of you. I'd like to say so. Would you say so?
I'd say so.
Okay, good. And in proximity, we're not close. We live 14 hours away from each other.
11.
Found it.
Not pounding it.
Sorry.
Yes would probably be the answer, like, to someone. Not in the sense of, like, remember, like, you would get mad, one of your friends at school, you were like, her brother, like, bought her presents and like that, you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
I was like, well, that weirdo anyway, but he was a few years older than me anyway. But I was like, I'm never gonna, like, buy you, like...
No, I mean, that's weird. I think that's weird. I really don't, I have no memory of this.
You don't know. You were always like, why doesn't... And I'm like, yeah, because some people are like that. I remember being in church, seeing, like, at St. Anne's, this guy had his arm around his daughter, and in the middle of the mass, he just, like, kissed her on the top of the head, and I remember thinking, like, ew, like, what the is going on?
Why? That's such a weird, distinct memory.
But because I always, when people do things like that, or see people would say I love you to their sibling or to their parents,
my gosh, have we ever said that?
I would look around and wait for everyone to start laughing at this idiot that just told her mom that they loved them. Like, we're about to beat the shit out of this guy now. And then I found out, like, we were the abnormal ones.
I know, trust me. Especially, like, blending in with Zach's family, like, meeting them. I remember, oh my gosh, I met his family. It was, like, the most euphoric day ever. His mom, his dad, his niece, his nephew, his uncles, they were so warm, so welcoming, his aunt. And it was just the best day. Zach comes back to New York. I literally was like, this is awkward. No one's, like, showing Zach any, like, attention. Like, it's just... But they were so excited to meet Zach, obviously. You probably were. You've never met a boyfriend of mine. But no one's gonna, like, hug him or anything.
Well, Mom probably did.
No, Mom's not like that. Mom didn't... But maybe she hugged him, but she was not, like... that warm, and I think I talked to her about it. I literally did. I was like, Mom, I don't think anyone's being like...
No, but I thought it was fine. That was normal. Like...
It was fine, but not like the warm and fuzzies. What is one thing that annoys you about the other?
Ooh.
This.
Alright, what's this? What do you mean by this?
You making videos and acting weird and saying random things that don't make any sense and making random noises and talking to random people and telling me about how you talk to random people. Oh, is there only one thing?
What annoys me about you? Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so hard to think. No, I could go on for a day. Like, oh my god, just him, like, who you are. Like, I think it's because we're so identical.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I think it's just because we're so alike that, like, everything you say annoys me, everything you do, like your presence, like, in 9th grade, when I was in 9th grade, he would literally walk
What's now, though? Is it like that now?
No, come on, in 9th grade, you would walk into a room.
Right, but now.
Now, it's just like,
Close the door.
You're so annoying, like, ew, like,
now?
when you smile, my heart, like,
now?
Yeah, my heart cracks.
I feel like that you're closed-minded in a sense. But then that's kind of like you also come around, but just the fact that you're going to church again, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, where was I going with that?
How does it make me close?
Oh, no, listen.
I told Neal I started going to church and he's angry at me.
No, because like, no, you're able to, like, how do I put it? Like, your views, like, even, like, years ago, you'd be like, yeah, I think weed should be illegal, like that. Or you might, like, your stubbornness, too, and you're not going to admit that, like...
No, I'm very open-minded, actually.
No, so I feel like more so now you are, like, yeah, for sure.
I consider myself to be very open-minded. I think we're very different. We have very different beliefs in many aspects, but I never judge you for your beliefs, and I respect them 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't even a good one, but I guess it'd just be more like stubbornness, but that's like me too.
Yeah, I can be stubborn.
Oh no, like yeah, like incredibly, like you'll like, or just like unwillingness. Like you do have mom traits in you. Like you will be mom when you're in your 50s. Your kids will be like, how the do you not know how to turn the something on, and you'll just be like, just do it for me. I guarantee that'll be you.
No, that's not me.
When the new technology, yeah, maybe not.
Everything you're saying, I feel like
I don't know.
You're like, this is you, and then you're like, actually, no, it's not. Maybe I have to change.
Yeah, that was hypothetical anyway. That's like what you're going to be. I don't know.
I mean, the only thing that annoys me about you is when you try to speak too political. Like, just I don't want to hear it. I don't want to argue about it. I don't really care what you think. No offense.
Yeah, but my whole thing is like, what else is there to talk? Like,
there's many things to talk about, Neal. You're so annoying.
Really? No, because like
he
mom
literally like I will be on the phone with him about like trees, and he'll blame it on like capitalism. Like it gets kind of nuts.
Well, no, but it's like politics. Like mom will always be like, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm with mom.
Is there though? Like,
I get it. It's very important, but it's one of those things I think reporting also like made me less into it, where it's just every day I was reporting on these things. Like it's just...
No, I just think that the stigma behind like, they're like, you know, you don't bring up politics at, they say like family things.
Because it leads to fights.
Not at work.
It leads to fights.
No, I don't know. Like, I feel like it should be like unstigmatized.
Anything you do together?
We went to 7-Eleven together.
Yeah, the other day.
When I lived here, like, just you come over, we hang out, drink, and I mean, I normally don't drink, but just hang out and talk. Like, talk.
Usually I talk to Zach and you're on your laptop the whole time.
Oh, I like the boys to bond, you know? Were/are you competitive with each other?
Yep.
Yes.
Everything. We played basketball. She couldn't stand to see me win, even though I'm like a guy and older. She just foul me like so bad to the point where I wouldn't want to play anymore.
I was 3 years older than you and a boy.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that. I just was like, must defeat Neal at all costs. What is one thing you can do that your sibling can't?
I mean, I can do like makeup. I can do hair. You can't do that. I'm not gonna say that though. That's dumb. But what's something that you can do that I can't?
There's so many things that aren't worth mentioning. Playing the guitar, shooting.
I do know. I might have a.
No, probably not, because you just did that.
I mean,
I feel like a lie can do a lot that you can't. That's such a
well,
big thing.
and for me, I would say talk to the camera, but you can. Like, it's not like you're not capable and you're pretty comfortable in front of the camera. There are some people who get like very like.
No, I mean, like, I can do a million things that you can't, and you can do like 100 things that I can't.
Yeah. Who is the most talented? That's the last question.
But like overall in life, like we're not gonna lie, like I am a bit more talented.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
How? At what?
I'm just like better like socially.
No, you're not.
Emotionally. Physically. Just kidding.
I mean, that's the thing. That's too vague too. It depends on like.
We're
what
talented
it
in
is.
different
like,
areas. We're very different.
Like, you're definitely more driven for sure. We'll never get to know my true potential, actually.
No,
the world will never get to know
It's
it.
never too late.
But obviously, you're more like confident and like that. I don't know, but it's the thing. It's like, who's more talented? It's like
I'm more traditionally driven in traditional things, right? Like I thrived in college, which is a traditional thing.
or even like high school.
Yeah. Whereas you didn't like those things, but it doesn't mean you're not as talented or successful. It's just you have a different path. It's apples to oranges, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That was the sibling tag. I'm so curious what our answers would have been 10 years ago. That's so crazy.
I remember one of them
I remember.
I wouldn't have wanted in this one.
What?
Remember the peeing thing?
Wouldn't have wanted in this one.
Yeah,
that one can't go in.
No, yeah.
I'm literally gonna like do like a black screen and be like, not going in. So I went home, showered, and now I'm picking Zach up from work, except he had a cornhole tournament after work. And I see these people and I'm wondering if this is the big tournament because it doesn't really look too poppin'. Welcome back.
Out here.
Is this the big tournament, by the way?
Yeah, it wasn't really
As big. I just want to brag for a second because I just got home from cooking Neal lunch and I just made Zach dinner, which he's in the shower right now. He wasn't feeling too well tonight, just with some of the medicine he's been on. And this shall be his dinner. I have to put tinfoil on it, but it has been a successful food day.